Uh-oh. Let's try that again. Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday evening. We're a little early tonight for Saturday. Kind of a little bit different. No particular reason. It's just I ended up here. I guess is probably the best way to say it. Hope you all had a good Saturday. It is community game night. Theoretically, we'll play board games. First person to call out a game, I will play. You know, that's how we roll on board game night. And we'll see how it goes. The only thing I'm not going to play tonight is a 500-point game of Solo. You can't make me. I'm not going to do it again. That was last weekend when we were celebrating the Daytona 500. Not that it wasn't fun. It was fun. I just don't want to spend the entire night playing Solo again. Games that I would enjoy, things like Bunny Kingdom, Goats, Forest Shuffle, Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne, Great Western Trail. There's a whole bundle of games out there on Board Game Arena, and we can play any one of them. You guys just say the word. While we wait for, whoever might show up, I'm thinking I might do a little research. Spaceship Earth. I've been thinking that I want to make some Spaceship Earth ears, and I've talked about it a little bit on stream. Or not, yeah, I guess. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet for this trip. Like, you can buy STL files on Etsy? I didn't know that. It doesn't make sense. Let's just see. So I kind of think I should print this one, remove these, and make a few edits to the design. Problem is, it's just not enough LEDs for me. It's got the right idea with the triangles, but I kind of feel like this one's kind of the opposite. This one's got not enough or too many triangles, and I wouldn't be able to get enough LEDs on it. But I do like the appearance of those. I probably need to make them a little thicker though too. And I was kind of thinking maybe I'd run LEDs along the outside too, just for funsies, because I've got so much programming centered around that. But even if I make the ears, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to attach them to yet either. I wonder if it's going to be one of those nights where it's super quiet and nobody's here, and now I'm going to have to come up with a new plan for the evening. Do I beat Metroid Prime? I was saving that for tomorrow. So that's kind of that smaller design. I need to go take a CAD class. Just greatly improve my CAD skills. Let's see. Hey, Tech, how's it going? I dropped in and out of stream today. It looked like you were repairing some capacitors. I'm going to assume that probably means you didn't have what you needed to get the data general working. But I don't know. I don't know what you were entirely doing, because I was trying to be productive today. I didn't do a very good job of it. But I hope stream went well. Anyway. Epcot Disney hat. I feel like it's not going to get here on time, though, if I order a... Maybe we should look at Amazon first. Epcot Disney... Epcot Disney hat. And we're going to check shop.disney.com as well. Computer still isn't working right, and I'm hoping to get the floppy drive. Getting the floppy drives will fix it. Okay. I mean, it is old. Not that that's an excuse, but why am I searching for the word shop? Epcot hat. Huh. Spaceship Earth hat. I am surprised by the lack of selection on the Disney store. Okay, let's just look at clothing and then we pick hats. Is hats a choice? Dresses, jackets, sleepwear, spirit, t-shirts, and tops. No, none of the. Is it accessories? Is that why? Let's try that again. Accessory hats. Hey Blake, how's it going? Tron. I don't like that it's got that open back thing going on though. A visor. Oh man, when I was a kid, Disney. So I don't entirely know. When I was a really little kid, and we went to Disney, they always had what I would consider to be like normal light up things. Like they didn't have the branded Disney lighted stuff that they have now. And it's kind of funny because it's almost like a not a bell curve, but a bell curve, a parabola, right? Like in the early 90s they had like regular nighttime merchandise that you could get pretty much anywhere. And then in the late 2010s to the 2015s, I'd say that's where Disney peaked at nighttime merch, and it's been a downhill slope ever since. Like they've gotten branded, but they've gone back to being cheap branded stuff, and so it's still a little bit better than what we had in the 90s. But where I was going with this is I distinctly remember a visor that had like four LEDs on each side. Like it was like a red, a green, a red, and like I think it was just red, green, red, green, red, green. On the sides. And man, I loved that thing because it had LEDs. Like that's all it takes to make me happy in life, apparently, is putting LEDs on merch. Ooh, Avengers. I don't want a white hat though. I don't want a black hat though either. I need like a red hat. Like a walk around with a Deadpool hat. There's only 40 hats on the Disney store right now. That's depressing. Okay, let's try it here. Let's see what. LED cap fiber optic hat. Why do I have a feeling like this hat doesn't measure up to its photos? I mean, so where's the light source? Is it pulling off the brim? I'd be worried about that like in water. But just a reminder, it is community game night. I'm just shopping around while I wait for people to say, let's play this board game or let's play this game on stream. Trying to see if I can find a new hat for my upcoming Disney trip that I can modify in some meaningful way. Disney D100. So that's part of the Disney 100 collection. Not that that's a big deal. I mean, I do like my Disneyland hat, which is technically what I modded the first time here, but can buy Disney pins on Amazon? I would not trust that that would be legit. Do, 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 do. I don't know why this is so hard for me. Stitch hat. That's kind of cool. Is there any, like... What about 3D printing the entire hat? I have... Speaking of hat, hey, Spajamlight. I mean, I guess we could modify this hat. It's not the most comfortable to wear around the park, but... And people would ask questions. Why are you wearing a Mario hat around a Disney theme park? Mario is going to be at Universal. Spajamlight, are you here to play games tonight? Board games, that kind of thing? Or are you just stopping by to say hi, see what's going on? We're kind of killing time here while we figure out what board game we're going or not going to play. Or we're just chatting. One of the two. He is at tennis. Oh, fair enough. How you doing, Gilligan? I want to be where the people aren't. That's Disney's sequel to The Little Mermaid. I want to be where the people aren't. B. I don't want a shirt though. I want a hat. The other option would be an animatronic. I did see somebody that made... I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. I'll just show this if you guys haven't seen this. It's a girl and it's beautifully designed. Remy animatronic costume. I can't type. Yeah, check this out. If you haven't seen this, this is the kind of thing that I would love to make if I like had the hair for it. But check it out. It moves her hair, but it's not that basic. It's actually tied to the movements of her arms. So when she moves her arms, it moves that, like that one, that's obvious. Yeah, you can see it. Like she's got the motion sensor there so that it's like Remy's actually controlling her, which is just, that's awesome. The things people create. It's cool stuff. Gilligan, you want to play anything? You play something 2-player if you'd like. I'm not sure what a good... I mean, we had a good time with, what was it? That one card game? Cribbage? You want to do a round of cribbage? I'm up for it if you are. Still don't know what I'm doing, but... I'll wait for you to... Yep, there you are. Sending an invite. Gilligan kicking it off for us tonight. It was much warmer here today. Almost like a... What, 40-degree shift from 3 days ago? Quite a change. I should have gone outside and been productive outside, but I was not. Okay, 2 cards to discard to the crib. I'm gonna regret that decision. That one. I choose this card to start. 17. Let's go with this one. Is that a go? That's a go for me. I guess I'll play that one. There's 10. There's 18, 10. Last card for 1 point. Hand plus 10 points for the straight. Gilligan gets 8 points for his hand. And the crib gives no points. What a start. Brutal. But I like it. Okay. 2 cards to the crib. Oh, I ruined my hand, though. I shouldn't have done that. Gosh. I made a decision. I'm going to have to live with it. Pair for 2. So we got 18. Let's go 28. Oh, mean. Go. Another ace. Wow, and a pair for 2. I guess I'll play that one. You're out of cards, though, so that's not going to get anywhere. Last card for 1. 8 points for Gilligan. Good hand. I could have had a straight. I should have had 10. I didn't play that right. I took 0 points, which was a mistake. How about the crib? Give me 15-2, 15-2, 15-2. Nope. Bummer. Gilligan takes the lead, 21-18. Let's look at our own hand this time and think about what we're doing for once. I am early for a Saturday. Silverdown, how's it going? Is there a game you want to play tonight? You want to call the next game? Let's start off with a 10. Oh, a pair for 2. Well, trips for 6. Watch him have quads. 31 for 2. Nice. I will play a 5. Nice. $10 points from my hand for, I don't know what I got, 15, oh, lots of 15 too. I didn't know what I had. Pair for 10. Crib had 2 points, not too bad, and Gilligan picked up 4 for their hand, so 6 points there. With the score being 34-34, we are all tied up. Been trying to figure out something all day and no luck. Is there something we can help you figure out? I mean, can you ask a question? Can I guide you? Ba-bum, ba-ba-da-bum. That one. Earning total is 21. I believe that is 31 for 2. Nine. Let's do that. 12. 13, 23, last card for 1. Eight and 12 off our hands. Crib, that was worth 7. Not too shabby. What do I do here? I think I toss these two, right? Sims 4 on EA, formerly purchased as Origin brand, and I was gifted a few DLCs on Steam. There are posts that tell you how to link Steam and EA and use EA DLCs on Steam version without rebuying. I haven't been able to figure it out. That I don't know if I'd be helpful with. It's interesting how you get caught in the ecosystems, right? Were you streaming today, Silverdone? Like, when were you gifted them? Have you been streaming? Have I been not paying attention and missing your streams? I feel bad if that's the case. Pair. I'm kind of surprised you can get the DLCs on Steam without having the game on Steam. Is that not a straight? 10 Jack Queen. Apparently I misunderstood something. Crib for 4. 6 points with the hand. Gilligan is in the lead by a point. Two cards to discard to my crib. Let's send those two. I'm gonna regret it, but... well, that could make sense. Do, 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 do. 9, 19, 20. I don't know why I'm counting out loud, but, you know, it's fun. 23, 29, low hand this time. 31. Oh, fine, I'll play that one. Gilligan got 12 points from the hand. Nice. That's a lot of 15 twos there. I got 4. Not great. And 4 from my crib. Yeah. Gilligan taking a lead now. 74 to 68. Oh, that was a mistake. Why did I send... oh, I just gave you points, Gilligan. Gosh. Oh well, what can you do? Not play silly. That's what you can do. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Let's lead with that one. Pair. And a go. A 10. I will give you a 6. Another 10. I will say go. You get the go point, but I will play that card. And you get 15 off of it. Nice. Gilligan racking up the points now. 6 points for my hand, 8 points for Gilligan's. What do we put in the blind, crib, whatever? Gilligan got 4 points off the crib. Gilligan now winning by 13 points. I'm going to need some magic now. If I leave my hand alone, that's... if I do this, then it's not great. If I do, you know what? I'm going to toss those and regret my decisions later. A 9, eh? Always a fun card to start with. Let's make that 11. 17. Let's make that 22. 27, 29. Do 18. 9 points for Gilligan off the hand, nice. 8 points for me off the hand, and only 3 from the crib. How sad. 92 to 101. I have not made up good ground. Not ideal. Start with this one. We're going big. Do. 21. I win, right? Blackjack? Doesn't work that way. 10 points off my hand with a lot of 15 twos. Gilligan gets 12. Similar thing. Two points in the crib, though. Okay. I feel like I'm at a do or die situation at this point, right? Because, like, is it 120 to win? Is that the... Are you 2 points away from winning? I don't know how I make this back up. 121. 3 points from winning. Could we send those? Yeah. There's got to be like some brilliant strategy behind what people send to the crib. But 2 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds. 10 of diamonds. 28, 29. Go, and you win. I don't even get to see my crib. Good game, Gilligan, good game. You clearly had me beat. Okay, what shall we play next, everybody? Are there more people to play? Are more people here? Is Silverdown here to play? Should I go back to hat shopping on Amazon, knowing that I can't find one? I don't know. Got an ad break in like 35 seconds. Part of me wants to play goats. For some reason, I'm in a goats mood. But I'm up to whatever anybody wants to do. I'm just here to chill. And as soon as I'm done with this, then I'm going to go and I'm going to watch some TV because I've found myself addicted to a television show, but I don't want to tell you guys what show it is because I shouldn't be addicted to it. It's one of those funny shows. What do they want you to do, Silverdown, to get it to work? Like, do you have to, like, say install and then drag a folder over or something? Or is there a way to get, like, the license key for Steam from EA or something? changing the topic ever so smoothly. Have any other games I need to play in? Nope, not at the moment. STL hat. That's not what I'm looking for. 3D print baseball hat. So it can be done. Baseball cap of... That's pretty flexible too. Look at that. It's got like a... It's not the best looking hat, but you can put whatever you want on it. Hairprinter 9000. Uninstall EA version, install Steam version, all DLCs wanted. Then, via the EA app, under Manage Add-ons area, install the DLCs to the Steam directory, which I did. Uninstall the EA version, install Steam version, and all the DLCs wanted. Then, via the EA app, under Manage Add-ons area, install the DLCs to the Steam directory, which I did, and doesn't show the Steam DLCs, only the EA ones. I've not been using my 3D printer enough. Look at that Figment. That'd be fun to print. Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you, Silverdown. Maybe it is enough lights. This actually dimensionally feels kind of right. Those don't make good ears, and it's lighting the inside separately. Still need to mail you this box at some point, Silverdown. Print the mini 2026 ball drop. Well, see, so where I'm at, I want to print. I want new ears, and I know what I want, but at the same time, what I want is complicated. It's always complicated, right? And I don't have the motivation to get it right. Spaceship Earth inspired panel. I gotta like take that, scale it, tile it. That's an option. Spaceship Earth dice tower. Part of me wants to like make an animatronic too. There was I had one thought today. I'll put this on the main wrong button. While we're waiting to figure out what board game we're playing next, if we're playing another board game. There was another project from long ago that I haven't even dabbled in. Hold on a sec. It's this guy. So this is a Mickey Mouse that talks and supposedly will like give you a tour of the parks. Now, I've been told, at least online, that 99% of the beacons that this thing runs off of are gone. Because this was like a 2000 something era toy. Let's see what the copyright is. Do not immerse in water. Pal Mickey. Happiest celebration on Earth, which implies it was part of the Millennium Celebration or whatever it was. Is there really not a year on this thing? Copyright Disney. No year. That surprises me. But if I figured out the IR beacons, I can make it say whatever I wanted it to say, like in terms of its thing. But I never figured out the other thing I never figured out with this guy was how to change his batteries. Let's see if we can figure that out right now while we're waiting for a board game. We're gonna take his awesome suit off. Actually make you take the suit off to change the batteries, I think. It does not want to come off. Gotta get Eloise down here. She knows how to work with the dolls, so not gonna take it all the way off, just off that far. He's got a bow tie too. Does this bow tie come off? Oh, it does. I don't want to take it off. Okay, so the battery pack is on the bottom half here, and it has a screw. I don't think I've ever tried to open this. You know what? We are going to take the bow tie off because... Poor Mickey. Oh, it is... It's removable, but it's attached at the same time. Okay, so that exposed... I feel like I should turn the lights on. So there's actually two separate components. There's his head component, and then a bunch of wires going down to his body component. The head component has an on-off switch, and what looks like to be the connector for all these wires. There must be other sensors or something, because the head, I don't know if this is going to show up. You can kind of see it. I could turn the lights on. You can kind of see it. There's a pipe running between the two. So the two are connected, and there are wires moving between them. But everything else must be a sensor. Probably going to his nose, based on feeling. But yeah, the top must be the brains, and the bottom is the magic. Or the battery, I should say. I don't know if I have a flathead screwdriver down here. My screwdriver kit is upstairs. Let's see if I can do this with my fingers here. Hey Charles, looking to play some board games? We just got done with a game of cribbage. Just waiting for somebody to say they want to play something, and while we wait, I'm playing with a Mickey Mouse doll. What would you like to play? Call out the game. And I'll fire it up. And then stop playing with the Mickey doll. Oh, that's righty-tighty. What am I doing? I don't know. Loosen this. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, my friends. Age-old adage. Man, I could jam so much technology inside this Mickey these days. Stopped turning, but it didn't open. What am I doing with the Mickey doll? Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to get at the batteries. I was trying to figure out, like, what I want to do the next time I go to Disney. And I keep thinking about ears, like I want to get a new hat and new ears, but I haven't figured out a hat that I'm happy with. That's my first problem. And then I realized that I haven't dealt with this project in a long, long time. I'm now finding it very difficult to get this battery pack open. What does it say down here? Caution. Not mix old and new batteries. You know, I kind of wonder if I'm supposed to remove the whole thing. Like, I'm gonna. Oh my gosh. It's coming out of his head. Ah! Oh yeah, look at that. I think I am supposed to remove the whole thing, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get at the whole battery compartment. So yeah, the controller... Oh, there's a big button in the middle! So that's important. So you squeeze them. And then the wires... one to each arm. And a whole bunch to the nose for the infrared. So there's probably push buttons in the arms. Yeah, I can feel one of them. Okay, let's see if we can figure out the battery situation. You haven't named a game yet. Just saying. Let's see if we can make a key work. That works surprisingly well. This has to be the widest. Down for anything quick. Do we have one more for goats? Like, would anybody play goats? We could do... Here, I'll go pull up the games. Okay, let's do goats. Games, play again, view more. And Mountain Z Goats. Set it to 4 just in case we get anybody else, but inviting Gilligan. I see Ducklet's name. Does Ducklet want to play? Should I invite Ducklet? I'll invite Ducklet. See what happens. Goats in 5, 4, 3, 2.5. Circle. Square. Triangle. Getting ready to kick. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought maybe it went full color. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Goats. I got the battery pack open. I am very happy to see that there are no batteries in it. I don't think I've ever put in it, but I'm glad whoever had it was smart enough to not to store batteries in it. It's always a pleasant thing. Or a good thing in my mind. I could have moved up 2 on 6 and 1 on 5. I should have done that. Oh, end turn. I could have restarted. Anybody else have anything interesting happen today? I feel like these 2 weekends, last weekends in February, are some of the most boring weekends. Charles, I will say this. They're not technically finished, but I have finished my taxes. I did that today. That was the one thing I got done today. I got my personal... I had my business taxes done last weekend. I got my personal taxes done today. Put it all together. I think I'm going to end up owing about $2,000, which that's not cool, but it's a trade-off. I end up owing money because I made money. That's kind of how it ends up working. but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Should adjust my withholdings one of these days. Gotta move those goats. I don't like this roll. We'll go that one, and then that one, and that one. And while we're doing that, I'm going to run and get 3 batteries. Much to my surprise, we are out of batteries. Oh, I never hit end turn. Sorry, everybody. I found batteries anyway, though. They're probably dead. Okay, batteries in. Let's just turn it on and see what happens. Oh, he vibrates too.
Hiya, pal. So what do you want to do first? If you want to play a game, just squeeze one of my hands and my tummy.
So he plays games.
Why wasn't Cinderella very good at sports? Because her coach was a pumpkin. Well, after midnight, I guess.
He tells jokes too.
Ready for a quick quiz? I'll ask a question, and when I say the right answer, squeeze my hand. If you want me to repeat the question, squeeze my tummy. Which of these folks is not one of the 7 dwarfs? Bashful, Dopey, Dumbo, Bashful, Dopey, Dumbo. Wow, you're pretty good at this.
I did it. He's loud. What do I want to move? 4 doesn't get me anything. 7. Here I gotta go 7 and 8. You just play with Mickey all night. I keep forgetting to hit end turn. I wonder how hard it would be to get the programming off of there. That had really good sound, though. Everything was made better in the 90s. I'm just saying. Boom, boom. There's no volume control, though, so you'd be walking around the park with that Mickey, and it would be loud. Everybody would hear Mickey. Oh, is Ducklet here now? Is Ducklet spying on us? Maybe. Oh, boy. That was me, not the doll. He was spectating. Fair enough. And Gilligan strikes first blood with a 9. I could get some retaliation and get a 9, but it would cost me. I think my best play, although Charles is right there, is that. Bum, 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 bum. So he plays games. That intrigues me. Can you imagine if they had embedded that in, like, an actual Mickey costume? Like, you could play with Mickey. It wouldn't go well, though, the more I think about it. He even tells jokes, though. Can he play Doom? I don't know. Select dice and the goat to move. I'm not a fan of these rolls. Currently, we've got 18 points for JJ, 18 for Gilligan, and Charles is hanging out. Not sure what strategy Charles is on, but it might be the winning one. Maybe. Like I said, I shouldn't have said anything. Charles has kicked me off of the 6 and taken the 5 and the 6 for 11 points. Change all but one. So we've got the 1, we've got 2 6s. If I go with a 4, that's a 10. If I go with a 3, that's a 9. I'll end up with a 7. Or you know what? Let's just leave it. Charles rolling a 4, 3, 2, 1. And uses it to score a 10. First one to get the 10 token. Gilligan rolling a bunch of 6s. Can literally climb the entire 6 stack. In fact, I think that's all you can do. That's a fun roll in some ways. He could pass his turn. No, why would he do that? You guys are so mean sometimes. No, I'm just... Do. Charles taking another 10 and an 8. And moving into first with 39 points. Although Gilligan technically could take that away. Okay, so we got a 5, a 2, and a 1, and an extra 1 to roll with. What do we want to do here? 2, 3. Can't make it that, so let's make it 6. Charles' rolls are looking so pretty in some ways. Charles getting another 10-point token. Gilligan taking over the 8th spot. JJ left with some hard choices to make, it looks like. JJ takes the 5 spot and the 8 spot. End turn. JJ currently ruling a significant portion of the mountain. This does not mean anything at all, except he is now a target. Not the superstore. Ba-ba-bum. There are only... Ooh. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think I'm gonna like Gilligan's turn. Yeah, I didn't like Gilligan's turn. Oh, this is not good. Too many opportunities and I didn't take them. Dun 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 dun. Gotta keep my fingers crossed. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, do, 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 do. Charles knocking me off of the 9s. I believe I must do that. And then that. Turn. JJ steals the first top point card. That will be the only one I get. Charles kicks me off of the 7s. I wonder how hard it is to open this top half. Looks like it's just 3 screws. I'm gonna try. I don't know why I care about opening Mickey, but I kind of want to know what's on the inside. Let's see. First, play my turn. Can't do that. Can we do an 8? We could do an 8, but it would cost us. 2 6s, not a lot of points there. We could go 7 and a 5. Let's do that. I think we're going to spend too much time climbing the mountain. Charles has retaken the lead with the 12-point token. We got a Magic Wild, so we could roll a 5, and then that's a 5. It's 2 5s. We could take that mountain, and then what do we do with this one? Another 5? So 3 5s. Or do we take the 8 somehow? We go 5 and 8 for 3 points. Get me back up there with Charles. I think that's what we have to do. I think we need to score some points while we can. Okay, so there's a very heavy-duty connector here for the sensors, so that's kind of fun. Really don't want to damage it. There's a surprising amount of circuitry in here. And the worst part is, it's those... I don't know what to call them. Tech probably knows the name. They're the chips that are like a pile of plastic. I don't even know what to... They're not soldered on. I mean, what's the term? There's a term for it. I don't know what it is though. Yeah, I'm done tearing it apart because there's nothing I'm going to be able to do with it. You don't see electronics made like that as much anymore though. Probably because they're not repairable. COB chip on board. Is that what it is, where it's like you just end up with the plastic covering right over the top of it or whatever? I think it's stupid. I suppose it makes it almost indestructible. I'm gonna Google it just to make sure that's what we're talking about. The same thing. Chip on board. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, these blobs right here. Disgusting. Glob top. The game ended? How did Charles end the game? Hold on. What did I miss? Oh my gosh, he burned through... We went through the 9s and the 6s and I wasn't paying any attention. And then I lost. And not just lost, I lost big. Good game, you guys. Okay, what now? Do we play something else? Is Charles up for another game? I got the implication that if it was something quick and short, that Charles, that might be, had something, meant Charles had to go somewhere, but I don't know that. You guys like Bunny Kingdom? I'd love to play another game of Bunny Kingdom. Played that on Ninja Weasel's stream a few nights ago. Putting the screw back into Mickey's head here. Leaving shortly, so you're out? Okay, sounds good. Enjoy whatever Saturday plans you have. Yeah, thank you for the game. I appreciate it. Hey, I'll ask you this question real quick, Charles. Have you seen the new Captain America movie?
Oh, gosh. Gosh, sure I'm glad I got a friend like you.
Aw, Mickey.
Say, what did Dopey say when Doc told him to make his bed? Nothing, silly. Dopey doesn't talk.
Oh, I like that joke. That's almost as good as my favorite joke. What's green and has 4 wheels? Grass. I lied to you about the wheels.
Ready for a quick quiz? I'll ask a question, and when I say the right answer,
I don't want to play a
squeeze
quiz.
my hand. If you want me to repeat the question, squeeze my tummy.
So does he always do the same routine?
Is not one of Donald's nephews. Huey.
Nope, that's a nephew.
Huey. Wow, you're pretty good at this.
Fooey. Hey, Board Game Bard, how's it going? Welcome to our community game night. We're kind of waiting to figure out what our next game is going to be, if we're going to play another game. It's been kind of a quiet night tonight. If you're interested in playing a game, let me know. We are in Board Game Arena if you've never played there, but I'm going to guess with a name like Board Game Bard, you've probably been on BGA before. But just in case you haven't, that is where we're playing. I haven't kept up with the current phase of the MCU. I don't know that anybody can keep up with the current phase of the MCU. It's kind of a mess. That's Marvel's fault, though. That's nobody else's fault. What are we going to do, everybody? I have an account, but I play my games in person, so I haven't tried much. What kind of games do you play in person? I do enjoy board games in person too, but that's much harder to do on stream. In fact, you want to hear a sad story? Let me put it on this screen for a moment. Not that screen. Let me put it on this screen for a moment while I try to find it. I've shown this on stream a number of times, but I have a really good friend. I have a few good friends that we all play board games, and we've been playing. It started off as Dungeons and Dragons about 15 years ago, and then it transitioned to board games probably 10 years ago. And we've been playing board games more or less every other Friday. But sometime about, I guess it'd be about 8 years ago now. I was like, man, I gotta get like one of those fancy board game tables, but I didn't want to pay for one, so I built one. And it's sitting in my basement here, and I think we've played board games on it twice since it's been built. We still have board game night, but it's not at my house. That's the thing. It's very sad, at least to me. Let me see if I don't know if I have any finished product photos, but this is snapshots of it while it was being built. Here, we'll open this one and see what happens. It's going to open Photoshop. But you built your table too? Cool. Did you go for like a well? Here, I'll show you. Let me open it. Open with photos. There. Don't take time. So this was building the early stages, just a rectangle. The idea was initially that I wanted to be able to change out the middle. And so I wanted to be able to either have a well and have it inset, or insert something and have a flat table, or insert a TV was the third possibility. There's the overly beefy connections for the table legs before all of it was finished. There's also some fun spots that I wanted to like wire pocket cams in for, but I didn't go that far. Not the best. I'm not a woodworker, so it's not like super fancy or anything like that. But it turned out reasonably good. It's got a dark finish on the bottom, and then the outsides ended up with a lighter finish like this. There we go. That's what it ended up looking like. 1 foot rails, 4-inch deep well, triple card slits, neoprene inlay. It sounds very familiar. I didn't install any. Again, outlets and USB were all going to be part of my plan. But if you get a chance, I would love photos of your table. If you want to like share them in Discord, I'd love to see what they look like. If you have them. Yeah, so this was the neoprene inset. I don't think I have any photos with its neoprene inset, but yeah, so we had, it's, this is, I think this is 12 inches, so 6-inch rail all the way around, but folds out to a 1 foot table, which is the exactly, like, and I don't know if it was exactly 1 feet. It's exactly one Domino's medium pizza box. And it can do a D&D sheet of paper, like an 8.5 by 11 will fit on there pretty well. So if we're playing D&D, that's what it can be used for or whatever. But I did neoprene as well, like a red insert. And man, I don't have any of the finished photos on here. I don't know where I have them, but it turned out pretty good. I was happy with it. We just haven't played a ton with it. Laptop workstation desk. I mean, it can be that too. Like, so it's the table itself is more, and I'll put the kind of the final photo with the drawers open again back up here, if I can. Here, I'll put it with the neoprene, the one with the neoprene. Before the outer rim was finished. Where'd it go? Where'd photos go? This one. So that's got its red neoprene in it. Awesome. I'll go grab them here in a second. But yeah, no, we wanted to be able to put our pizzas on it. When they're closed, we wanted to be able to put sodas. That was the other thing. So a can of soda will fit perfectly inside the shelf when it's closed, which is why they're kind of designed that way. Worked out really well, actually. And then yeah, but it'll hold a laptop just fine, all that fun stuff. Here, I want to see yours. I want to... I wouldn't know that I'd call it well planned, but it turned out pretty well. Now this is intense, man. I like it. So you got a nice well, black neoprene. You got a rim here. I assume you've got like a tabletop insert that sits on that rim, I'm guessing, to make it flush. Or hide it. You got the USB and power right there. I like that too. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna look at your board game. Sheriff of Nottingham, Beast. Just looking at your collection. Arcs. So Arcs is the game we've been playing right now. My group, we have fallen in love with it and its expansions. Oh my gosh. Such a good game. Here's your Twilight Imperium. Scythe, I love Scythe. I have the Kickstarter collector's edition or whatever. Dominion and all of its expansions. I enjoy that game quite a bit. I'm not judging you. I'm just enjoying knowing what games on here I've played. I've played way too many. You got a good cross section here though, that's for sure. Yeah, so yeah, let's look around a little bit. Oh wow, the wall's even bigger. Hi Smiley. Smiley, you wanna play a game? Are we gonna play a game? We tend to play more basic stuff on stream, but, you know. Not a Trek. I do enjoy Star Trek. Yeah, I like it. So, the one thing... Q-Birds. That is awesome. We have a guy that works for, I know the answer to this, Fantasy Flight. And we get to play test every now and then. Have to sign the NDAs and stuff like that. Can we pick a different game other than Q-Birds? Only because Q-Birds is like random luck. Not that that's necessarily the worst thing. The one thing I like about your table, it's less deep than mine. So we intentionally designed the table so that, or mine, so that it would hold the pop cans in that little well. It turns out the deepness of the well, though, is also a problem a little bit. Are you in Minnesota, Board Game Bard? Because that's funny. Oh, I wonder if we know the same people in some ways. How did you find me? Were you just surfing Twitch? Do you know somebody with the last name of Holland? Are you Holland? Because that would be even funnier. No, you're not, because you would have said you. But actually, I know Holland's Table. This isn't Holland's Table. Found me on the board game category. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I need to spend more time in my own house playing board games. Here, we're going to go back to this. So I'm always going out to play games. But thanks for the follow. We're not all board games here. I just want to... It's just that's what we do on Saturdays. So, what other games could we play tonight that would make people happy? Fourth Wind wants solo, then let's fire up solo. We can keep it simple tonight. Has Fourth Wind played Bunny Kingdom? just saying. I'm surprised Fourth Wind wants solo after the 500 point game of solo we played last week. I'm ready when you guys are. I'll start sending in. Oh, wait, was it a lie? Is Smiley lying on your behalf, Fourth Wind? Okay, just checking. If you want an invite, just say the word. I will send the invite. Solo is Uno, for those of you that don't know or may not know. Anybody is welcome to join us. It's simple and people just click fast. It's a good conversation game, but it is as basic as it gets. We ain't doing 500 points though. We'll do our normal 4 rounds. Okay? Because 500 points is 2.5 hours. Kind of. Anybody else? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Solo going once. I did ask that question for the one. Have you played Bunny Kingdom? You have not yet? Can we play a round of solo and then play a round of Bunny Kingdom? We'd have exactly 4, theoretically. Throwing it out there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I like Bunny Kingdom. It has some expansions too that make it even better. I don't know if they have the expansions on BGA. I don't think they do. But what is this hand? We'll start there. Sad as it is. I'm gonna win this tonight. After last week's 500 round that went horribly for me, I'm gonna find a way to win this. The intensity can be real. Oh, that's just mean. Yellow. Should I do the whole shoutcasting thing that Ninja Weasel does? Gilligan, staring at 5, decides to change the color to green. JJ doesn't like the color green, so he doesn't play it, and instead passes. Smiley draws 2 to fourth win, and then sends another draw 2 to fourth win, forcing him to draw 4 cards, giving him 10 cards, who then reverses it back to Smiley as if to say thank you. Smiley swaps hands with JJ, but doesn't realize that they picked up all sorts of weird colors. JJ plays a 2, Gilligan 9, fourth win 4, Smiley not enjoying the 4 from fourth. I'm already done. I'm out of steam. It's Saturday, you guys. I'm just chill. I just want to be chill. Gilligan forcing a draw 2 on fourth win. Board Game Bard, what's your favorite game? Is it Twilight Imperium based on the fact you play that every week, or do you have another game that you love? I guess I have to do that. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Holland works for Fantasy Flight anymore. I think he works for... Does he work for Renegade now? I can't keep it straight. What's my favorite game? All time? Ouch, I got hit with 19 points. Ooh, all time, my favorite game is probably... Oh man, that is tougher than I'm thinking. I really... So, I'm gonna break this down into a few different ways because there's some nuance to this. So, if we're talking my favorite gameplay experiences of all time, it's probably Pandemic Legacy. Probably. I'm not a big Pandemic player, but the Legacy series of the 3 Pandemics, I have enjoyed quite thoroughly. I didn't enjoy 3 or Season 0, but for experience, King's Dilemma, I don't know if I've played that. I will put that on the list of games to play. I'm really into Legacy games. I enjoyed the Ticket to Ride Legacy. I enjoyed Charterstone, which is a Legacy game. I've enjoyed... it's a Legacy too. Oh, wait, I did hear about this one. I did hear about King's Dilemma, and I've heard good things. I have not picked it up. So, the other problem I have with Legacy games in general is keeping my group consistent enough, because we play board games every other Friday, but the group is like a pool of 8 guys, and it ranges anywhere from 4 to 6, and so like the one problem we have with Legacy games is getting the same group every week, which has been part of the problem with it. But where we have made it work has been good. Right now, my exact, the game of the moment for me is definitely Arcs, and it's getting to the... We've been working our way to getting to the expansions for that as well. So we started with the base game. We played with the kingdoms, and there was some expansion that added ability cards or races. Kings and Leaders? Was that what it was? No? Something like that. I don't remember what the name of the expansion was. And then we're going to take on the campaigns here soon. But game of the moment here is a silly one, Massive Darkness 2, Heavenfall campaign. The other game of the moment right now for us is a game called The Gang, which is actually a cooperative poker game, which has turned out to be way too much fun for us. We've been doing some, like, assuming based on the fact that you've responded to that and that you've played it, we were doing some things like where nobody can talk. The game's not really meant to have any communication, right? But like we took it to like you can't say a word, and then tried playing it with like 3-player, not 3-player, 3-card, which we think is the hardest of the penalties to get because it changes the hand odds for everything. Because we're all, I won't say amazing poker players, but we all understand no limit hold'em odds better than we probably should. But yeah, Gang's easy to pick up and it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you get to yell at your friends when they make silly mistakes. Yeah, yep, it's a good game, that's for sure. Just trying to think what other games I've and in fact this one's on BGA. I really like and we're not big trick taking games, although Ark I guess Ark is also kind of a trick game. Maybe it's the fad of the moment. But the other game that we've had a lot of fun with is Schrodinger's Cat or something. I can't think of the name now. I'm having a hard time with names tonight. It's on BGA and it's in my list. Here, let me go back out to here real quick. I saw it earlier when we were looking at the games page. Cat in the Box. Really enjoy Cat in the Box too. Which if you haven't played that, that's a trick-taking game where your cards don't have suits until you play them. Which, if you've played any trick-taking game that has suits, like 500 or something like that, it's interesting to be able to say, this is suddenly a blue card. This is now a red card. Yeah, it changes things. And there are rules around how you can do it and stuff, but and then you want to not be the one that triggers a paradox, meaning you play a card that can't possibly exist because it's already been played, kind of thing. I want a hand. That never happens. Okay, going into the final round of this solo match that I'm not paying enough attention to because we're talking about board games. Fourth one, what board games have you been playing with your group lately? I'm actually in the lead, too. How'd that happen? Okay. Going to the final round, I'm in the lead. What more do you need to know? Gilligan is currently at $3.99 at the bottom. Still anybody's game if this has been my experience. I'm just gonna let the draw 4, aka draw 12, simmer for a moment. I really feel like you're trying to make me lose. Blue. I don't think this is gonna go well for me. That was the wrong card to play. Thank you, Fourth Wind. King making over there, I see. With a reverse, no less. Gilligan being sent even more cards. It's just mean. Oh. Wasn't fast enough. Do. Color has been changed to blue. Lots of high-speed action there. Both when stealing my hand. Gilligan being told to draw 2 again. That's going to result in a hand rotate, which which we don't want. Do. See? See? I knew it. Blue. Yes, it was you, Forthwind. Don't deny it. Own it. Was that enough to make Gilligan the winner? Nope. Am I into co-ops? Like cooperative games? That's what we're saying? Like Pandemic or I wouldn't say I'm into them. I wouldn't say I'm against them either, though. Like, I like to win. I don't like co-ops where I'll say it this way. I don't like high-level co-ops where how do I say this? I have to be playing with the right group. Let me say it that way. That's the better way to say it. If I'll use Pandemic as the example. I don't want to play Pandemic with people who don't know how to play Pandemic. And at the same time, I don't want to play Pandemic with somebody who will drive the entire Pandemic. Like, they'll tell you how to play your turn. So it both spectrums, right? I don't want to play with somebody who doesn't understand the game if I can avoid it. Or even worse, somebody who doesn't want to play the game. That's in fact the worst cooperative game experience I've ever had was playing a game of Pandemic with my wife when she did not want to play Pandemic. That was by far and away, like, she didn't even know the game at that point. It was her first time ever playing, and she just did not want to play a cooperative board game that night, and it was a bad experience for everybody. Which is sad, because Pandemic's a great game. But, yeah. How's this game still going? How did I get this hand down to 4? I'm so confused. This is what happens when I start talking. I forget what I'm doing. I do enjoy cooperative games. I like the many versus one cooperative games, or the cooperative games where somebody may not be cooperative. So an example of that would be, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to pull up my phone. I track all my gameplays on BGA because I play too many games and I can't remember names. So I have to look them up whenever I talk about them. I know the game, I just don't know it by its name. Is it Nemesis? I don't think it's Nemesis. That doesn't look right. Maybe it is. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, so Nemesis is the many versus one. There's another one, though, where you don't know if the one is in the game. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to my hand in the game. Rich and Cheesy was here. He could tell me which one it is right off the top of his head, but you don't know the one? Oh, then maybe it is Nemesis. Is that the one where there are 4 people on a spaceship? Up to 5 people? Then yeah, then it's Nemesis. Yeah, Nemesis I like a lot. So yeah, you all start off like in the middle of a ship and you're trying to either get the ship home or you're and there are monsters in the rooms and you open the rooms and somebody on the ship might be trying to do a completely different objective than everybody else. Although I might be mixing games. Nemesis is one of them. There's another one. It might be Twilight and no, I don't think it's Twilight Imperium. Twilight. All these games blur together. No, it's not Twilight Imperium. That was in my head because you had it on your game earlier. There's another one that's Dungeons and Dragons based, or its theming is Dungeons and Dragons. Also, good game, everybody. I won somehow. Probably because I wasn't paying attention. Gosh. This one isn't Hidden Trader necessarily, but it's another space one where you're going from like room to room, and there might be monsters and you might make noise. Although noise is part of Nemesis too. My brain is mixing all these games up in my head. Do we want to try Bunny Kingdom? Throwing it out there for one last game on the night. Unless we have a larger group, in which case we could do challengers. I don't know how many people we have. We only have 4 though. Bunny Kingdom is a fun, straightforward game. And I think it actually, yeah, plays up to 4. Let's do it. Is Gilligan want in? Rich and Cheesy want in? I just saw Rich and Cheesy pop in. Rich and Cheesy likes Bunny Kingdom. Smiley, you in? Heading home in 10. Fair enough. Aw, Rich and Cheesy signed off again. I can show you guys how to play the game real quick. Like, it's not super complicated. Thank you for the follow, Board Game Bard, and have a good evening. Pleasure meeting you. I'll have to figure out if somebody I know knows you. I will show your board game table to my friend and be like, have you ever played here? Because he's everywhere. So we'll have to see if you've crossed paths with him at some point. Also, just to check, do you stream? I'm pulling up your... Because you have a name that sounds like you might stream. Official channel of Board Game Bard. Board game hobby site. I like it. We can do 3-player if we want to try this. 3-player is just fine too. One more spot for Bunny Kingdom going once. One more spot for Bunny Kingdom going twice. Okay, let's try it with 3. Okay, so here's how the game is played. It's very straightforward, and I'll explain it, and you guys can look at my hand and everything. Like, the information about my hand is not going to make a difference early on in the game. So, just real quick, there is this board in front of you, and you have, at the moment, 10 cards in your hand. Each card represents a square, and if you mouse over, and I shouldn't say that, all of these cards to the left represent a square. And the most common thing you will do is you will take, let me start here. Every turn, you're going to take 2 cards from the deck, or from your hand, and then all of the rest are going to go to the next person, and they're going to take 2 cards, and then they're going to go to the next person. It's a drafting game. So we're going to draft cards. Okay. The types of cards. There are place cards, and if you draw a place card, your bunny will go on that spot, and it's going to be yours the rest of the game. You score points by getting multiples of the region times the unique resources in that region. So, for example, if you had this tile, this tile, this tile, and this tile, you'd have I'm not going to say this right. Let's do these 4, because it's not the size so much as it matters what's in it. So this would have 1 city, or 1 tower, if you will, and it'd have 1 resource, wood, if you had this 2x2 connected. And you would multiply those 2 things together for like 1 point. If you added the carrot in, it becomes 2 times 1, so now it's 2 points. If you added another town, then it's 2x2. If you added another carrot, nothing would change because it's unique resources. You can have as many, but towns are additive. So towns add, resources are unique per town. Okay, so you don't need a lot of fish in a single town or a lot of carrots in a single town. So that's these cards. Some of the cards look like this. Building cards. They allow you to put a new building of a certain level or tier strength at the end of the round. So you will add a 2-tier castle to your math. So like you could put it on this blank spot here and it would give you 2 additional city points. So when combined with the one right next door, it might be 3. There are also the resource cards where you can turn a tile into a specific resource. You wouldn't need the wood. Plant Mama just got here. Plant Mama, do you want us to restart real quick before we start so we have a 4-player game? This is probably the last game of the night. And we can do that real quick. We can abandon this one because I'm just explaining how to play right now. Okay, we'll do that in just a second. And then the last set of cards here on the far right are going to be ability cards and parchments. And all I can tell you is read the card because everyone is going to be a little different. So, yeah. I can explain what they all, like, if you need me to try to explain them, I can. But the point is, you're going to do this. We're going to do it in 3 rounds of scoring. So we're going to go through 10 cards here. Then we're going to do it again with another 10 cards. Then we're going to do it with another 10 cards. And each round is going to get scored. Does that make sense? So pretty straightforward. Let me see if I can remember how to propose to abandon game collectively. Would you like to abandon this game? You will not receive a point penalty. So yes and yes. If Smiley gives us a yes, we will fire up a new one and we will get 4 players. Give us a yes, Smiley, so Plant Mama can join us. Okay. Because 4-player Bunny Kingdom is better than 3, in my mind. So any questions? I realized I went through that really fast, but basically pick 2 cards and try to group your stuff together is probably going to be the name of the game. So Fourth Wind, Smiley, Plant Mama. Try this again. And we won't turn any of the expansions on or anything like that. We'll just play the base game. How you doing today, Plant Mama? You having a good day? Okay, what strategy am I on tonight? We're gonna take that one. Do those 2 to start. You were up early and couldn't fall asleep last night till 2 a.m. That makes for a pretty tired day, I'm guessing. But at least it was Saturday. Hopefully that helps. Bum, 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 bum. So there is a chance that the cards you pass will get back to you, but just remember that it's going to go through 6 cards before that happens. I don't think they add more cards to the hand. I could be wrong on that, but... And I don't know if this helps, but the winning score of the last game I played, which was on Ninja Weasel's stream on Tuesday, I believe, I think was like 140 points. But remember, that's over 3 rounds. And the first round is generally going to be smaller. So black has 2 already right next to each other. Take those. That was an intense game. It was a good game. That's why I wanted to play it again tonight. We had a good time with it on Tuesday at Ninja Weasel's channel. Gotta love playing board games. Gotta love playing board games. Another little mini fife going on for black there. Yellow got one going too. I'm just going to point out at this point, you can start seeing how the math works out. They'll start putting signs up. I don't know if they put them up for other people's towns, but like right here on mine, it's showing that this is worth 1 point because I have 1 city times 1 resource. And in the upper right corner, I can't put my mouse up there to point it out, it's indicating the strength in towers and the wealth. So you can see how much it's going to be worth at the end of the round. That's probably a good one for me to take. That would be a good one for me to take. What would be the better choice? Go big or go home? Let's go that way. None of these are great, you guys. You know, you could have left me with a little bit more. No, we don't want that one. Let's take that one. Yeah. So many decisions. Oh, you guys, you're not peeking, Smiley. That's fine. You can always like flip tabs because you can hear me. But I call myself a second screen streamer, Smiley, so I just assume everybody has me on their second screen. Last round, there's nothing to draft, which is why it just ended. So now we get to play camps. So if you have a camp card, you can play a camp card. You can also hold it till the end of the next round or the round after that. Just know that once you play it, you're not getting it back. So if somebody destroys your camp by getting the property that corresponds to your camp, it will be gone. But, I mean, that was worth points what you just did there. So, and now everybody else can play the rest of their cards. And you don't have to play them, but generally speaking, you want to play them. There's very few cards you want to hold on to, normally. Some people will save them in round 1 because round 1 there isn't a lot of points going out. But I make a decision later about where they might want to put some high value pieces. Ooh, interconnected that city already too. That's getting pretty powerful over there. Happy sick day. Are you sick today, Cassandra? On a Saturday? I don't want to be sick on a Saturday. I want to be sick on an actual sick day. Sorry to hear that though. Hope you feel better. Drink lots of fluids, rest, watch the rest of stream, get some sleep. Okay, so here's the scoring for round 1. Again, round 1 and round 2, pretty meaningless. It's the last round that matters. So, there you go. That's where things are at. JJ, me, with 9 points. Fourth Wind with 3 at the moment. But anything can happen. And anything will. I also like that one and that one. I want this whole hand. Can I just keep the whole hand? It's the cold weather from going to freezing cold to warm heaters inside. Yeah, I mean, Weather will do that. Weather doesn't make people sick, though, does it? I mean, not actual sick. It makes people, like, don't some people get, like, creaky bones or something? I don't understand it, but it doesn't actually make you sick, does it? I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't know. I don't like how big Fourth Wind's one city is, but at the same time, it has no towers. So maybe it's not so bad. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's just look through these cards. No. 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 Maybe. No. Those are both good for you guys. I don't know what I want here. I'm going to take those and regret it later. Can affect the immune system? That's good to know. Ooh, diamonds. I think I can make better use of that. I probably shouldn't have said that. But you guys let me have the diamond. Not that. So there are some special resources, but they have to be played on certain cards. Diamonds is one of them. It has to be played on a mountain. I guess you guys can see all that if you mouse over the cards, but... What do I want here? Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Should we hear Mickey tell a joke? I don't know why. I just want to play with the Mickey now that I have him.
Oh, gosh. Hiya, pal. The name's Mickey. Mickey Mouse. It's nice to meet you. Well, are you ready to have some fun? I know I am. What was Goofy's reaction when he was struck by lightning? Why, he was shocked, of course. Gee, poor Goofy.
He was shocked. I tell you. Okay, I need to play my building cards. These are good dad jokes. I mean, good might be the wrong word. They're dad jokes. No carrots over here, so let's... Fourth Wind picking up 6 points that round. JJ now with 3 cities, getting up to 24. 2 points for Smiley and 1 for Plant Mama. I feel like you guys have some tricks going on with your sleeves or something. Maybe. Ooh, I kind of wanted that one. Any of these vital? No. We're gonna take that one, and we're gonna take that one. Maybe I should, Ooh, I know what I could do. I could open it up and set it up so that anytime you guys redeem a channel point reward, It's like pushing the button on the belly of Mickey. So you could trigger the jokes. I feel like that Channel Point redemption could get really old really fast, but it could also be a lot of fun. Okay, do we have a place we could play that? We need that one. Roll the dice with those. How many jokes does it have? I have no idea. No idea. Tonight's the first time I've ever turned it on. We can Google it in a minute here. My Pal Mickey. May 2003, dressed in red shorts with white buttons, white gloves, yellow shoes, sold for $50. Rentals available for $8. You used to be able to rent this thing, plus $50 deposit upon return. The happiest celebration on another Earth version of the toy, which is what I have, commonly referred to as 2.0, May 5th, 2005. In 2006, Pal Mickey, I want 3.0. Spanish version was also around. Toy was discontinued in 2008. The toy continued to work until September 2014. Disney stopped servicing the infrared technology to focus on their RFID tech used in their Magic Bands. Let me go back to the game and then we'll look at the rest of it. No, we don't want that one. Maybe. No. Where do I want to roll the dice? I'm gonna go with this one. I don't want to be the one holding up the game here. No, maybe, absolutely that one. We'll go with that one. And then last two cards. I think this is the end of the game. So good game, everybody. Whatever may have happened. Go back to the Pal. Let's figure out the end of the game, and then we'll look at the Pal Mickey stuff one more time. Ooh, that might have made a difference right at the end there. Smiley choosing whether to play a camp. I mean, Plat Mama played it on Tuesday, so. Oh, is it 4 rounds? I thought it was 3. Is there one more round? Did I just misdescribe it to everybody? Apparently, Plant Mama knows how to play it better than I do. Fourthwin, you need a lot of towers, if that helps at all. If you added a whole bunch of towers to this could be worth a ton of points. Oh, you always wait till round 4 before placing, but then you don't get the per round scoring. That's kind of dangerous. I mean, I guess you get the benefit of knowing where to put things. So that you don't try to build up something that you shouldn't. I feel the points are worth more, though. Okay, going to Pal Mickey for a second. So the original version of the toy provided a choice of 3 games triggered by moving its hands at the same time. This isn't here. Pal will choose a theme park and will speak the names of the park attractions. The player has to squeeze the toy's hand and tummy depending on whether or not the attraction is in the chosen park. Okay, Mickey Says, similar to Simon Says. Fast Friends, Follow Me, Try and Keep Up, Repeating Myself. Okay. If it repeats the name it has already said. Okay, technical, Pal Mickey, blah, blah, blah. Batteries in case, placed beneath the zipper, on off. The toys are shipped with batteries installed. Demo mode. They ignore infrared signals in that position. It has been reported that the infrared transmitters in the parks are able to identify individual Pal Mickey toys and roughly track their locations as they are carried around, thereby letting Disney collect information about guest progress through the park. Interesting, so it sends as well as receives. Man, we might have to investigate a little bit. Disney later released Magic Bands to provide services, which is why they don't need to do that anymore. It does not say how many jokes it has. So, at least for the moment, we don't know. Maybe maybe we should spend an entire stream and document all of them. Seems a little silly, but we certainly could. 24 points for fourth. 46 points now for JJ. I guess we have one more round. 8 points. And Plant Mama already bouncing up to 28 points by scoring some Strength Wealth 3 stuff in round 3. That's 6. I think we'll take that. There are things I want, though. Things I would love to be able to claim. Feel like this is worth it. Except it's that. Is there a better one? Go that way and hope we can do something about it. No, let's not. Let's go that way and do something about it. Bum, ba, bum. Bum, ba, bum. I don't think that's gonna be me. I feel like that's risky. Ooh, that's a lot of points. Let's go for the lot of points. Wouldn't be a bad choice. Also wouldn't be a bad choice. We're gonna go with those two. I'm not doing the same thing I did with the last game, but strategy-wise. I feel like Plant Mama is a little bit more broken up this time than the Ninja Weasel game. Well, 27 points up there in the upper left corner. That's still a ton of points. You know, I mean, treasure is important. You don't want to make the same mistake. How many do I have? 7. And what will my last 2 cards be? They probably won't be what I need, which is sad. Okay, we are all wrapped up. Place your stuff. Make sure you place everything, because there is no other time to place it. The game is over after this. Try to rack up as many points as you can. Do. 700 pre-recorded phrases. Wow. That's a lot. I wonder how many are required to be in the park, though. Let's put it here. I don't think I have a place to place that. That can be placed there. I never got a spot for that location, so it's just gonna have to suffer. Organizing Pokemon is a pain. You know, this isn't the definition of organizing, Cassandra, but I did see like a piece of software. You can get like a number of jokes it has was not specified by the manufacturer. Interesting. Maybe we just need to like start recording them all. Maybe we need to create a wiki a page on our wiki specifically for Pal Mickey and document just an entire stream, every single thing Pal Mickey says. Sounds tedious. But it also sounds like something we would do. So fourth one putting what looks like a bunch of cities down, or maybe that's Plant Mama putting the cities down. I can't tell. We choose carrots. Okay, I gotta look at my socialist card here and see what I can do with it. 3 for each territory. No. We don't produce 7. 12 if you control 10. I don't think I do. Because I only have 4. Yep. 12 if you control at least 10. Nope. Harvest all the carrots from your fiefs again, except for your best fief. That's not going to help me. 2 for each wood I produce. I only produce 2. 2 for each territory you control without a city or I only have 1. 1 for each territory on the edge of the board. I'm going to take that one. Got a lot of things on the edge of the board. Plant Mama has carrots, 9 cities, which I don't. 1 for each fief, 3 for each camp. I don't have any of these things. That's not going to help me. 2 for each carrot you produce. That's 4 points. Don't have 9 cities. So 2 or... I mean, they're the same. So we'll just take the carrots. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Fourth win getting 51 points on missions, 16 points on treasure cards, and 15 points for round 4. JJ getting 52 points on round 4, 46 points for missions, and 7 points with a grand total of 151. Smiley getting 69 points off of missions. Very nice. Not a whole lot from round 4, though. Didn't get to finish looking at that. Please go back. Yes, good game. And it's Plant Mama with 145, 6 points away, scoring 95 points in the final round. Plant Mama, I'm going to say this, I don't know for certain, but I think if you would have played, I mean, you lost by 6 points. If you had played one of those things in round 1 or 2, hack into the Mickey and extract the audio files, so we looked at that. I kind of think you could have won, Plant Mama. Just saying. I'll say it this way, Charles. I don't know that my hacking skills for electronic hardware is good enough, because odds are, if Disney was smart enough to make it a chip on the board like this, odds are they were smart enough to make it so that I couldn't rip what was on the chip. Laptop is a variant of conformal coding. Chip on board. It consists of drops. Yeah. Not with that attitude. I mean, the first problem would be figuring out what chip is on the board. PAL Mickey circuit board. Therefore, although you can certainly bring Mickey along, and he may be a bit on the quiet side. I feel like what I should figure out, and see if anybody else has already figured out, infrared signals for PAL Mickey, because we could program all of those into a flipper. 400, more than 400 infrared transmitters around the park. That's amazing. Somebody has got a blog post about it. Yep, the 3 different incarnations. The stores that sold Pal Mickey, there was a drawer that everyone agrees was where the misbehaving Pal Mickeys would be sent to be reset and coaxed into working again if he happened to develop an attitude and wasn't working as expected. What? However, some owners claim it is also possible to upgrade older versions of Pal Mickey if you got an agreeable cast member to do the deed. Other owners heard that Pal Mickey receives data download update as you go through the entrance, and still others say no way. Each version is programmed at the factory, and that's that. So who's right? Wait, what? If we assume each of the 700 clips would take 30 seconds to upload, we would need 6 hours, so it's not that. Have to an alternative yeah, so there's no infrared. There's what it looks like. Okay, so here's the system on the chip. This is the older version, but this is what we'd be dealing with, right? There's plenty of test points, but how do we even begin without trying to reverse engineer all of it? Like, how do you even begin to figure out what these chips are, right? Like, I don't have an X-ray machine. There are 5 hardware screws. That poor Mickey. Post claiming that the pals can upload data to Disney upon demand. Ooh, they interact with the Magical Moments pins? Interesting. Those folks that were worrying about Disney collecting personal data, I come a long way to believe it wasn't. Oh, they do have the infrared codes that cause Pal Mickey to spring into action are transmitted at 38. Yep, that's nice. 55AA. Let's dissect the phrase. Disneyland, California, Magic Kingdom. Ooh. Valid codes for the XX byte scattered between. Repeating codes he's already responded to often results in him substituting a joke or simply ignoring the request. He doesn't always say the same thing in response to the same code. The best example of that is code 0101. It will get... We're going to have fun today. Pal Mickey codes could be synced with those videos to work with the player described, and I think it would be entertaining to watch a video and have Pal Mickey go off at... That would be kind of fun. This could... Ooh! On an iPhone that could simulate Pal Mickey, that could happen. Oh, we might have to have a little bit of fun with Pal Mickey. Whatever. In any case, we might... Here's the deal. We'll just say it like this. We're done for the night. But we'll be back tomorrow to beat Metroid Prime, hopefully. And then, depending on my mood, now that I've started having fun with Pal Mickey, we might have to come up with a project for Pal Mickey based on location-aware services and infrared stuff. We might have to play around with that. So, we'll see what my day brings tomorrow. Go from there. That said, I appreciate you all. Be sure to check out Tech Changen's stream tomorrow. Should be good. It's always good, but I'm just saying. If you haven't seen his streams, go check them out. And again, join us tomorrow 6 p.m. If you haven't done so already, join the Discord. We stream every single day around this time. Hope to see you guys then. Appreciate all of you that played board games and being willing to try Bunny Kingdom and having a little bit of new fun tonight. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening here at, not Valley Fair, but wherever I am right now. So with that, yeah, stay healthy, stay safe, stay awesome. You're all awesome. I hope you know that. And until next trip, see ya.